Welcome to Module 2 of Open Campus. I was going to say Creative Writing, which is the other course, but the Sci-Fi Lit course. So I want to start today by talking to you just about a few things that are happening here in the course. First of all, you should be around the beginning of Module 2. Now, because this is asynchronous, the deadlines that I give you are a little bit nebulous. You kind of work at your own pace. That being said, if I notice that you're getting too far on behind, I will be contacting you. If I don't see much progress, I will end up contacting home and counselors because I don't want you to fall too far behind the course because I know the workload that's entailed in the course. That being said, it is kind of a work at your own pace. But I am going to tell you a little bit about where you should be at this point. By this point, you should have finished Module 1. If you aren't, that's fine, but you should be working toward the completion of Module 1. Second thing, let me walk you through Module 2, and let's take a look at where we should be at this week. So if you look at Module 2, again, it'll look a little bit different because some of the stuff's hidden from you. You'll notice that there's a Module 2 overview. Now, the deadlines are suggested completion dates. So let's take a look at the overview of Module 2 here. This is a 3-week lesson, despite what it says at the top. It says weeks 1 and 2. You'll notice at the very top, it says this, 3 right here. It says 3, 4, and 5, but here it says 1 and 2. It's meant to be a 3-week lesson. So you'll notice down here that's reflected in that if you want a soft target as to where you should be at, you should have this complete by day 2 of Module 2. Lesson 2, you should have complete by the end of this week, beginning of next week. And then Lesson 3, well, you have a good chunk of time to complete this by day 18 of the module. Why? Well, you're watching 2 different movies and reading a short story. The story inspired the first movie and inspired the second movie, and we're going to do a little bit of comparison. You're going to do an essay from Lesson 3, and that is due then by the end of the 3rd week. And you should be working on your science fiction novel project by now. It says begin. That's a typo that I'm going to correct. But you should be well on your way to working on the science fiction novel project. Please text me a remind message if you do have any questions about that, or throw a message up in the up here in the questions for the instructors and classmates. All right. So I've answered a lot of these questions, and I'm going to go back and make sure that I have answered them because I see I didn't respond to a couple, but I know that I've talked to some of you under mine, so there might be some duplicate questions there. So if you go down through, you'll see that you have the Module 3, Let's Compare, and the Day the Earth Stood Still. So there's 2 movies on there. If you have any problems accessing the movies, let me know. There is describe how this Day the Earth Stood Still mirrors a short story. So this is based on the 1952 one. You have to do this for them. And then here's the comparison, and let me see. I think I have it linked actually in the lessons. Let me jump into the lesson here. You're going to see something in the back end that you don't typically see here. But if you scroll down to the very bottom, you'll see that you have a bunch of options here as far as how you actually respond to it. It says essay in the overview, but you're doing really more than an essay there. So, but that's kind of where we're headed. This is where we should be headed. Again, let me know if you have any questions at all. I feel I didn't do a real great job explaining that, but if you do have any questions, let me know. And again, if you run into hiccups along the way, this is the first time through the course, and you folks have been awesome helping me identify things that have been stopping you along the way.